All right, perfect. Welcome to week six. It is officially, I think, what, day 18 of Trump's administration? Kind of crazy. Can everyone hear me okay? Oh, welcome, Flav.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Cool. Drop the notes for everybody. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go through the highlight really quick. So yes, this has been interesting. Trump meme that came out with the ridiculous Gaza plan, and of course, Saudi Arabia is not pleased with it. uh, no surprise there, right? But yes, we'll definitely talk gold for a second, and gold mining stocks is something else. But we definitely will look at lease rates with the metals, so that should be fun. And we'll take a look at our usual sentiment data. We got Valentine's Day, our Denny's Hangout coming up. So I'm working with Dennis to get the promos out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll look live into this week's Idiots of the Week. I haven't peeked yet, but I got the link saved here. And let's see. We'll go over our usual index and market overview. So that should be fun. And we'll take a look at our Heisenberg Omen and stock breadth indicator, courtesy of CNN. And then we'll do our official autopsy of January and take a look at February, since a lot of the analytics are based on January. Sweet. And then we'll take a look at sector rotation and we'll take a look with stock charts, of course, and our master lists that we have going on. And this is last week, so to update that. But yes, lots of monster earnings to look over. We'll take a look at the big chunks of the Mag 7. Palantir has blown up quite a bit. I'm not really thrilled about this spook operation, but um, yeah, balls in their court, I guess. Roblox did have some growth issues, and I think Netflix will have a similar problem going forward. And it's kind of funny that a lot of the problems with Netflix's rise in user count is just because a lot of people don't know how to pirate shit. It's kind of funny to me. I mean, I guess for kids that are my age, I grew up with LimeWire. It's like there's always a way. But yeah, kids are dumb. Okay. What else? We'll talk swaggy stocks and look at the Wall Street bets for sure. And popping into our news cycle, there's just so many articles. We'll go fast. We'll go fast. It's pretty dense. But yeah, we'll take a look at what the analyst team is thinking about from the Goldman Sachs side of the house, and we'll take a look at junk bonds. Sorry, well, junk yields in general. Actually being the sort of forward-leading indicator with this potential tariff issue. So interesting juxtaposition here between the S&P and junk yields. So we'll take a look at that. And I just dropped the 90-day chart here just for our ease here. And then we'll take a look at some general service sector sentiments, and this will definitely uh, add towards a higher PPI, which is the forward-leading indicator for a rising CPI. And now that we're not pitching softballs anymore from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I expect a lot of hellfire and brimstone. And I got some kick-ass charts from this premium article from Zero Hedge on the retail mania, and it is bonkers. I am like, this is a terrifying options week for me. I'm just, sitting on all hands. And but yeah, just look at this chart here. Retail is chomping at the bit to get into retail and get into uh, just Nvidia money. And we got what, 3 weeks left until their earnings. It's gonna be, I don't know. People are used to blowouts, and that's when things get scary. So yeah, and there's greater charts in that article. We'll look at that in just a second. Black Swan list. I added Zelensky's current and continued rhetoric of demanding nukes. Like, I wouldn't be in this mess if you gave me better cocaine and nuclear missiles. Uh, Oh God. Yeah, Zelensky, your time on this planet is very limited. Enjoy it while you can. And interesting, Pierce Morgan is the envoy here. He's kind of up to his neck with Jaguar Wright's Puff Daddy interview still from a couple months ago. And that didn't really go anywhere. But yeah, Pierce Morgan, interesting.
He's been getting good interviews. He's kind of like that up and comer that will never make it.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. But he's playing a very regulated, mouthpiece.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
he definitely hangs on that conservative British.
But I appreciate what he does very much. It's just like you can also see there's a glass ceiling. Like, okay, this is it.
So
Uh,
I think it's funny because he always gives that, oh, but, and then they cut him off, and the clips always cut him off, and he
yeah,
doesn't get to put on the brakes.
he has that interesting earnest uncle kind of vibe, and Americans suck that up, especially if they're Brits. Okay, cool. But yeah, interesting stuff there. And of course, like Maui 1.0 and Maui 2.0, there's rare earth elements involved in a land grab. Oh my God. So yes, and what else? Conscription is difficult in the Ukraine. What else is new? Pivoting to theaters of war, we have no current progress on a potential meeting point for Trump and Putin. And based on the semi-quasi leaked peace plan for the Ukraine, the deadline is Easter, I guess. And I guess it would be an early summer meeting with the Kremlin at some level. So something like that. What else? The cartel war is lit on fire. Holy shit. It has reinvigorated the entire, tier one special, just tier one special operators all across the military sectors, I guess. But yeah. And it looks like things are getting kinetic quickly. So holy shit. Yeah, and we have a new Secretary of Defense officially now as well. So, um, yeah. Pivoting to fun bankster news, we got some new crypto regulations to take a look at, and what else? Massive volume numbers to take a peek at against establishment players like Visa and Mastercard, which has been a continuous rake on humanity. And what else? Looser banking policy, that's going to be bullish. And what else? More shenanigans from the Trump media company. Holy shit, they're going to launch ETFs and whatnot. Like you can get a piece of the action. Literally, this is going to be insane. This isn't a good look, Trump. Like, not after all the shit coins. What the hell's going on? I don't know, but yeah. And our new Treasury, Secretary Treasury. If you caught Dave and I's banter on Discord, yeah, he's the new guy. He's super gay. Holy shit! And yeah, he's a weirdo. But yeah.
He's in bed with Soros.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I mean, he's Soros's boy. That's the problem.
Uh, yep. What else? Bank of England has cut rates, and this is after ECB has also cut rates and also broadcasted more rate cuts coming forward. So you're seeing massive, I guess, alignment on the central banking side. This is probably never going to go back to ZERP, but it's just insanity no matter how you look at it. All right, fun domestic news. A lot of articles. We're gonna go fast. All right, number one, 100,000 eggs were stolen in Pennsylvania, and police are trying to crack the case. Squad cars are scrambling as we speak. What else?
Um,
Um,
there was
egg-
video at Costco about people just filling, like the giant supply came and two or three people came in and like took 200 units,
uh,
300 units.
there's wise guys in New Jersey trying to figure out how to do this hustle now. Like, forget cigarettes, they want to steal
Yeah,
eggs.
insane. $1 an egg is just nuts.
They're gonna be like, you know what? We could go into business. We'll get some chickens. They're gonna go legit. Uh, so yes, in case you wanted to know what the going rate of egg prices were, where's my handy dandy bookmark? All right, 1 dozen.
Okay, send it to me.
Oh, hi Joe. Pardon me. We're gonna mute you, Habibi. Okay. All right. Eggs, 709 for a dozen. Oh my God. This is what, a median price? I think this is a median price. This isn't regional specific, but
Yeah,
yeah.
so California would be higher because
Yeah.
we have the cage-free requirement.
Um, I mean, I'm not the biggest green thumb, but I know some farmers, probably the chicken farmers have it the worst. Just the scalability of animal, and it's just such a massive, crazy operation. The one farmer I know, he's Hmong. He's in the Midwest, Arkansas. He's the dad of a former wedding client. Hmong weddings are different. Yeah, those mountain Asian jungle people. A little different. Holy shit. Yeah, a little weird. What does Ross say? Vital? VLTL? What is this? Is this a pro
It's a Bitcoin representative proxy. Sorry.
Vital Farms.
Oh, Vital.
Vital
Sorry.
is eggs.
eggs?
Oh,
Excellent.
never heard of them. Is it just egg farms?
It's a poultry farm, and yeah, it's a chicken and eggs
Oh, where they
Also,
located?
somewhere in America.
Egg farm stocks. Yeah, there we go.
Calm, CALM.
CALM.
Oh no, no, sorry. Kurt's talking to his vet or something. I'm gonna mute him for a second. Here's egg farm stocks.
So
Here.
that was me. Calm is
Oh, pardon me. Oh
no
yeah.
problem. And
Egg,
it's up to the right too.
Oh, okay.
egg
Perfect.
farm stocks.
Let me drop this here. Okay, cool. Yeah, check it out, guys. We'll just keep going. But yeah, thanks, Ross. And Ross posted something else. Oh, wait, we'll take a look at this in just a second. Okay, okay. Okay, what else? Okay, let's just get through this. This is gonna be a lot to unpack. So USAID has turned out to be the biggest psycho operation of funding controlled opposition to no end. Holy shit, no wonder I get banned on Reddit so fast everywhere. But yes, it's just been crazy. Just been a massive money laundering operation. And then think about the Los Angeles mayor who came back from Ghana, Ethiopia, whatever piece of shit place she was.
Ghana.
Ghana. Well, that's how they bring back the money, like literally duffel bags of cash. So money gets wired over there to buy condoms and bullshit, and then duffel bags worth of cash come back to the handlers. Like that's the hustle. So yeah, it is crazy. I don't know what to say, but yeah, I dropped a couple of big headlines here. And the usual suspects are screaming. Of course, it's Bill Gates, goes on The View of all shows to talk shit. It's
Wow.
just so funny. Um, and I mean, we know, Elon Musk is a Chinese agent, right? Like I think we can all agree on that. So, do I mind Beijing having a lot of this data? it's not like they don't have huge chunks of it anyway at some level. That's probably a more honest assessment. But this does flip the chessboard or a big chunk of it in a good way. Can I say that? But then there's unintended consequences, right? Like you never
No,
know.
you're assuming that the left has any idea how computers work. They're just going to do a database seek on all of this basic data and shove it into a spreadsheet someplace. It's not going to be like lots of people's personal data. Nobody's going to copy all the hard drives.
Oh no,
It's
I'm just thinking like just some Trotsky-esque scenario that we're not anticipating due to fallout. I'm sure that's true to some
we're
level.
back to the Secretary of Treasury and
And
putting
Soros having
putting
foothold. That's fair.
putting the clearing of treasuries in the Bank of England, in city of London, where if they get United States to default, they own the United States.
Fair, fair. I think
Bigger
that's more than
problems than
fair.
China.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, so yeah, the Soros, like, has he been spending his pound winnings? That's what, 2 decades ago? Three? So yeah, no, that's a very fair conjecture. I see where you're going. So yeah, it's been just crazy. I've never seen Trump derangement syndrome like I have now. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I keep my mouth shut out in public. I don't want to die. What else? FBI is suing to hide their trail. Like it's ridiculous. And it looks like the list of the 5,000 moles on the January the 6th will be revealed at some level to prosecutors at least. Or the real ones, not the ones that dress up as one. Oh God. And trendy Aragua is finally getting pushed back, so that's fun. We have deportations that's going as far back to India. It's out of control. And of course, in LA, the illegals are taking over the highways to protest. That's fantastic. Yes, lots of Leon Musk rage as well. Absolutely. Reddit is just losing their mind. It's great. What else? I wouldn't play chicken with this is so if you kind of know your Roman history, uh this guy is sorry, his name is I just don't know his name offhand, but he is Trump's new Praetorian Guard. They're the imperial bodyguards to the emperor or to the Roman emperor, and there's a new sheriff in town. Like you can fuck around and find out. What else? Mexico and Canada caved. It was just Colombia 2.0. The Paris Agreement isn't about the climate. All the fake tree huggers can go shut the fuck up. And Moderna stock is dumping like a mofo. I guess that's definitely a win. It's no longer blue chip stock, but yeah. What else? Um, the Department of Education looks like it'll be dismantled. And of course, Warren's already done your shopping for you. And most affected will be Wiley and publishers. So major textbook publishers and whatnot. Obviously, textbook grifts are legendary, and these folks are shaking in their boots. Cool. And you might remember David Hogg, this retarded mofo. And don't forget, he is I mean he's a victim to be fair, but he has suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome. And if you overlay the general template over a lot of folks that you know, you should be a little concerned. This is child abuse out in the open. Like Greta Thunberg, David Hogg, like these are just abused children. Like yeah, let's put up Greta. Yeah, it's game over. And if you know anything about Greta's parents, the dad is a filmmaker and mom is a wino and an opera singer. Like Mom was drinking. Like it's that, and who knows who the dad is, to be fair, right? So uh that's what they do. But yeah, so that's David Hogg. So this is not this is a sign of desperation and weakness in the DNC. But I mean they've been a shit show since day one, really, or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, and don't forget, David Hogg lied about surviving the school shooting. He was at home, and all of his firsthand accounts were made up.
Domestically, or retailers that are offering some.
Oh, hi Pat. Welcome. I'm just gonna mute you. I think your TV came on. All right, cool. Oh, and the Black Hawk pilot turns out to be a lesbian tranny who was an active Biden camp staffer. Holy shit. No wonder it wasn't leaked for so long. But then Trump was calling out DEI so early and so fast that he looked kind of weird in the beginning. But now we see why.
I'm not sure if that's true, but
Uh,
we need some real evidence. That was the burst of crazy shit that the right is now spewing bullshit just as fast as the left used to.
This is a weird one. And to be fair, Black Hawks can be remote controlled. I showed you guys the evidence. So
But the plane, yeah, the helicopter was in the wrong place.
yeah. There's a lot of aviation abnormalities around this, like obscene amounts. And it doesn't help that there's video footage of the helicopter making a straight beeline for the fucking plane.
Yeah.
This is very confusing. On the positive side of aviation, besides Boeing planes falling out of the sky and whatnot, small jets are having a resurrection. So Warren needs to get his Honda jet order in as soon as possible so he can try to flip it, because safety and blah 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 is a goal when you have money to burn. So yeah, who the
Those are
hell
good
wants to do
jets.
which ones?
I spent a lot of time in those.
Uh, which ones? For
Embers.
Embers? Okay.
Yeah.
I have not been in an Ember. Cool. All right, what else? State Farm begs California for an emergency 22% rate increase. What's the joke? Like a physicist and an engineer and an economist end up on a abandoned island, and they're trying to open up a can of food. And I'll just fast forward to the end of the joke, which is the economist just says, "Hey, let's just assume we have a can opener." And these dumbasses at State Farm are like, "Hey, let's just assume the state will give us a 22% rate increase, even though we blew up our models." Someone fire the actuary.
No, but they have to do it because they transferred all their assets out to the main company located God knows where on the East Coast. This is
Yeah.
just the California arm.
Right,
What
right.
what a fucking bullshit.
And the cleanup is crazy now due to just EV and lithium leftovers. It is a toxic waste dump. It is going to be a field day, and good
Wow.
luck living there without getting cancer and renting the places out. Like it just came over.
And Newsom's going to ask for $100 billion.
If he doesn't get lynched.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
I'm not
I-
in those news streams. I don't think anybody on the left is even talking shit about him.
But there's got to be some disgruntled folks who are ready to do something crazy, right? Yeah. And so yeah, and then we were talking about this with Ross last week, right? With Geo and Civic. Like now we're getting into the geopolitical game of outsourcing your prisoners. Like, how do we go from talking shit to Colombia on Twitter to El Salvador being like, hey, I'll lock up your brown people. Like,
Well, I think that's the guys who basically get them all on their knees and put them in little jumpsuits, and I always thought that was a great idea.
I mean, yes,
I'm sorry, man. I just
President Bukele did in prison quite famously and kind of made a show out of it a couple of years ago
yeah,
of locking up all of these gangsters that were destroying the country.
yeah,
And
that's the picture.
there's, I mean, it's all good, I guess, and until, there have definitely been cases documented where people got swept up in that who had nothing to do with it or who were ancillary. So I worry a little bit about the human rights aspect, but on the other hand, you can't argue with the fact that you can't have the state being run by cartels, which is a big problem that they have in Mexico. So I don't know.
It would be a
There's
mess.
moral ambiguity there, is all I will say.
It'd be a mess if you had people who have $50 million to set up escapes, because then you end up with 1,000 of these people running around.
Yeah.
but let's just say this wasn't quite on our 2025 bingo board, right?
No, but
This is an interesting timeline. And then, no less, in New York City, mofos are stealing trains for joyrides. And no mention of skin color, which tells you a lot. Okay. And then shout out to last week's um commie mentioned here among the we can talk about the labor in just a bit, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Giving to real estate news. I don't have much here, but we'll take a look at the home builders ETF in just a second. Tech news, we have a little bit of fun stuff. Let's see. We do have interesting footage of the Helios ship mounted laser, and there were some good comments on its viability as a weapon, which we'll take a look at in just a bit. This is more of a not quite as impressive as it really looks. But yeah, it's really about power generation, and these small warships just cannot kick it up to the level required. But yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. There is some, I guess, positive Elon Musk news with X or Twitter, and looks like the censorship cartel is slowly being ripped apart, and losing USAID money probably doesn't help either. It is terrifying how deep those rabbit tunnels went. Oh, in case you wanted to play with that, I did find an interesting website. This is from Data Republican. I've never heard of these guys, but this shows you the massive convoluted web of money. And if you have EIN numbers for your target organization, you can follow the exact physical pathway. It's insane. Here, I'll drop this here in the chat if you want to take a look. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll just leave that here. Okay, cool. What else? Back to you, to labor news. I think yeah, we'll talk American goods producer just a second. We'll take a look at job openings and how that's fallen apart. And interestingly enough, similar to 2019 and 2020, we're seeing a significant outgoing amount of CEOs. So the timing is interesting. And being a DJ, you recognize patterns with timing. So interesting. So we'll take a look at that. And the deadline for the federal worker buyout is tonight. So this is for 8 months of pay and benefits, I believe. And it's just weird. The California Attorney General is encouraging the federal what you call it, labor union to not take the deal. I guess because they lose dues overall for the union if people jump ship. I don't know. It's weird. I like I don't think like a lifer like these federal employees. So I'm not very in the know of this grifting con job, but it seems like what's happening is folks were double dipping and triple dipping, and that's why there's a lot of in your face rhetoric. So people were cooking multiple contracts and multiple positions over from by leveraging the work from home policies. And Trump basically said like, I don't really care what you did. Just take a little bit of money and get the hell out the door. It is a trade-off. So that seems to be what's happening. Yeah, weird public servant BS. Okay, so that's that. Pivoting to international news, talking about the Gaza proposal. Just to go back in time a little bit. This is back in spring of 2024, and here's Jared Kushner talking a little bit about Gaza's valuable waterfront real estate. And now that the Greater Egypt, logo has been expanded, this is kind of looking like a lot of pre-planning, if we can call it that. So yeah, we'll take a look at the Gaza plan. And there's some problems in Serbia. There might be a new color revolution spinning up. And there's complaints that the signs are really well made, which doesn't indicate organic behavior. So we'll take a look at that. And some Arctic updates. Maybe we can skip this, not really tradable. Modi is really popular lately. Probably, but we can talk the Indian market for a second too, with the Nifty 50 there as well. But yeah, Modi, I guess we're gonna overlook his massacres, but at the moment he's polling well. All right. And then there was some drama in Sweden with anti-Muslim rhetoric from former Muslims. And if you kind of know your Islam, apostasy is punishable by death, and he was shot by police officers, I believe, for burning the Quran yet again.
He was shot by who?
The Swedish police for burning the Quran.
The police shot the guy who burned the Quran.
Yes.
I
And this is the follow-up. I yes.
can't talk about burning down police stations.
It's Sweden. The Viking ethos left long ago. Like they're all like,
Wow.
Ragnar Lothbrok is spinning in his grave, and his sons. It'll come back, but at what cost? Holy shit. And pivoting to Deutschland, let's see, 81% of the country has said they're taking in too many refugees. Yeah, and for any of us who have traveled in Germany or Austria, it's really sad, like how like the siege of Vienna has been flipped over, and winged hussars need to come back. Let's just leave it at that. All right, cool. Oil and commodity news, lots of fun stuff. I tried to fix the Dave Chappelle meme here, so I just did a side by side. So okay. Iran's getting more just catching strays all day, and Trump's promising death and destruction should he get assassinated. It's like, oh my God, like Trump always talks weird when Mr. Yahoo comes visiting. Like, oh, and this week is no exception. And goddamn, can someone tell the Teflon Don that the wills do not carry executive orders for murder? Like, what are you smoking, Don? He's just talking weird, and the last person you want Mr. Yahoo to have dinner with is Elon Musk. But holy shit. Yes. Okay. So there's Iranian oil BS. What else? We're seeing a large crude buildup, so we'll take a look at those numbers. We haven't looked at the Baker Hughes rig count in just a bit. We should pull that up and see if there's been a change. And pivoting to the diamond markets, there's been a brief head of steam, due to some dumb guys getting married over the holiday season. But De Beers is very concerned about lab-grown diamonds coming from China that are grown in microwaves. And A throwback to a couple weeks ago, we talked about Signet Jewelers. This short has taken a while to play out, but finally closed for me this week. And I just want to throw it back on the radar screen. It's definitely having diarrhea, lots of outflow since Christmas. And if it's not on your shorting candidate list, maybe take a look at it again. Cool. And then what is Ross saying? CIA is the largest criminal money laundering enterprise. Oh, absolutely. And their acronym is still the best. Cocaine in America. It's just like for naming, companies and orgs, like that was just perfect. We cannot get any better. And I wasn't sure if this is important or not. I was gonna lean on Dave. Is this even a significant headline at all? Does the US EIA even matter in the grand scheme of things?
Uh, sort of.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It's like a tier three org that pops up every now and then in the headlines. It's like,
There's some weird stuff that our refineries actually eat their shitty oil better than they eat our clean oil. So if I can totally see how OPEC doesn't want to be sucked into our statistics if we want to just shove the price of oil down to zero. This is a good play for them.
I see. So this is mainly due to the sulfur discrepancy between their stock and ours.
Um, let's see. So I think that they don't want to be sucked into the the inventory type reports coming out of the United States.
Okay, okay,
So I
okay,
mean, that's the win for them. The other side of this is that the markets are a lot more interconnected than it seems like.
okay, fair. Okay, got it. Thank you. And our 51st state, aka Saudi Arabia, is dilly-dallying on formally joining BRICS because we'll shoot you. Like, uh, yeah. Kissinger has a great quote on this. To be a friend of the US is usually, sorry, let me make sure I don't mess this up. Quote. To be a friend is fatal to the US. Here we go. To be an enemy of America can be dangerous, but to be a friend is fatal. So saith the black little spider himself. Oh my God. Uh, wow.
Again, this is the right move here is Saudi Arabia becomes our friends and we forget that Joe made enemies of everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
everybody wants stable world except for the bad guys.
right. And he's just stalling for time, which is the
Yeah.
correct play overall. So
Yes.
I think we're on agreement. We'll talk metals, of course. And holy shit, gold lease rates are exploding. Looks like we're trying to break the city of London's hold. And COMEX is also having a lot of paper receipts and contracts that it has to deliver on. It is a cluster F all across the board. And we have numbers. So we'll take a look at that. And holy shit. We haven't talked about metals leasing in a long time. And you probably remember my complaints that the Kiko website has removed leasing rates. And I think we know why. But yeah, we'll take a look at this. I'll give you guys a little bit of historical like a synopsis of how this came to be and what central banks do with physical metal in general. And like the sheet cannot come home. Like this doesn't end well. Okay. Got some fun comments from Zero Hedge. We'll pivot to China. Lots of fun stuff there. Let's see. We'll talk App Store for a second, and we'll absolutely take a look at the destruction of inbound parcels. And so basically, with the favored nation status, China has been abusing the crap out of this and destroyed e-commerce for like the low-end market because they didn't have to pay for shipping. And now that's all ended. And this wipes out the lower tier of eBay, like overnight. Alibaba, all of it. It's crazy. Temu, Shine, like it's all over. Uh, So, you know,
It's
to me, it's beautiful, but yeah. This was a market inversion that should never have lasted whatever 2.5 decades. Cool. Um, and then Rubio, holy deep state. He's kind of amazing with the whole canal situation, to be frank. And now we're diving deeper into the tentacles of China and what was really front running their belt and rolled bullshit. All right. And um, adjacent to looking up the Department of Education's upcoming dismemberment, I found another stock, but it's an education stock in China. And if you guys remember, China canceled or forbade the after-school tutoring education market overnight, like some 2 years ago in the middle of lockdowns. And this is one of the last players that's still publicly traded. That's not like a penny stock that is shortable. So yeah, this has been a disaster. And there's another reason, not just that it's banned at the federal level in China, but also the demographics are upside down now. Like you can't sustain kindergartens in China. They're closing like mad. Korea's seeing the same trend, Japan, a lot of folks in the US too, in non-immigrant concentrated zones. So yeah, lots of good confluence of items here.
they
And
a population. What's the takeaway?
so tutoring is basically banned in
No,
China,
no, I know that part.
officially, right? And then demographically, they're not having babies because there's no
Okay,
money.
yeah.
Yeah, the fertility rate in Shanghai is like 0.5 for 1,000 women, and replacement levels is 2.3, so it's like 0.5. Korea is like 0.63. Shanghai is worse than Korea. It's that bad and that fast. It's a very acute issue. Okay, cool. We'll take a look at some tariff data and overall aggregate metrics, and yeah, like basically for the CCP, you look at it from Beijing's perspective, the worst possible outcomes are all happening. They rolled a 20 everywhere. Like I don't know how else to explain it. They're so fucked. But yeah. We'll talk some intellectual IP and backdoors and the latest spy to be caught. And I like until these guys get shot, I don't think they'll really get the message. Oh, pardon me. Lord Tedder says roll the one. Yes, well, yeah, not quite the critical success.
In D&D parlance, critical fail is a 1, not a 20.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm still looking to find a D&D game. I would like to find a good like a decent dungeon master. Okay. What else? Okay, so yeah, that's the latest in spy bullshit. And oh, this was part of a different article. That back up. Actually,
Where did that graphic come from?
yeah, weird. This is not my gold one. It's a good article. That's a good point, but it's misplaced. I'll also think about it afterwards. That's okay. What else? China's dependence. Here's some export data. We'll take a look at this in just a second. And I think that's it. Okay, cool. Sorry, that took what, 30 minutes? Lots of bullshit happening. All right. Comments, questions? We got a bunch of folks here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me share the notes in case you guys didn't grab it. All right, let's go to the top. All right, let's start with our poll. Let me know where you think the S&P 500 will go for the next week. Let me load the poll. Let me check my position. It's sideways. Perfect. Okay. And shout out to the Zero Hedges AI team, I guess, in our graphics department for these interesting concoctions. It's either like shiny things or blondes and red dresses. Like I see the theme every other week. All right, let's end the poll. Thank you guys for voting. Let me share the results. Go. Okay, cool. 25% bullish, 63% sideways, and 13% bearish. All right. A little caution and is picking back up. Okay, excellent. Let me close that. All right, cool. And again, you'll see an email and the calendar will be updated, but we will do the official hangout next Friday at our Denny's at the Elks Lodge. What is it? Denny's near Pastoria, Sunnyvale. We'll just be there, 6 to 9. I don't really care. We'll close the restaurant if we have to. Yeah, this is the address, 814 Awani. Yeah. The parking lot's a little rough. I think we talked about that, but yeah. I'll bring Cola. He'll watch our cars. All right, cool. So super excited to see everybody and look out for an email and the website will be updated. But yeah, let me update our notes here. So yeah, this will be the coolest trading Valentine's Day ever. Okay, cool. 6 to 9 p.m. All right, cool. All right, idiot of the week. All right, let's do this in real life. We'll do it live. All right, here we go. Let me grab a screenshot. Oh, the headlines look juicy already. Holy cow. All right, idiot of the week. You were right. I was wrong. Number 2, I'm gonna throw up. Number 3, how fucked am I? Number 4, paper hands lost porn today. Ooh. Number 5, F my life. I just wanted some extra cash for the weekend. Oh, I lost $100,000. Sorry, lost 100,000 euros on AMD. Market makers played me like a fiddle. Oh my God. The retail fish. God bless them. All right, let's look at loser number 1. Down 460K on shares and around 400,000 on options on AMD. Oh my God. Core AMD beat top line revenue, beat bottom line, decent guidance, 7% crash next day. Oh my God. AMD, you cannot catch a break. Oh, holy shit. Um, oh my God. Flaw was playing this what? 3 Sigma away, 90 and 140 or something? Oh man, good times. I hope everyone else is okay. I just sat out, so yeah, I was like, "Ooh, this is too crazy." But yeah, oh my God, losing $750,000 on one play. Holy shit, bro! You only have 6 million left.
That's a lot of money.
Wow.
And this reckless. Let's look at this mofo. Who are
Yeah.
you? Um, who are you? All right.
How many years has he been on Reddit?
1 year.
Oh,
AMD YOLO. So he turned 2 million to 6. Oh, so 24 days ago, he was at 2 million.
Wow.
So he loves YOLOs. Oh my God. NVIDIA YOLOs. Wow. He's one of the lucky ones. But yeah, wow.
So he turned 2 million to 6 million and then he lost. Is that right?
Wait. Is this Dutch? Is Adolfo here? Anyone else speak German? No, it's just me. This looks like uh like Scandinavian to me or Slavic. Scandinavian. Okay, so this guy is like Finnish or something. Okay, so now you understand why he's retarded. Here, we can figure out what he's what. Oh, this is Dutch. Ixon. Oh, that's like a Dutch derivative or something. Here, we'll figure out what he speaks. Swedish. I called it Scandinavian. Okay. That's interesting. It looks like drunken Dutch to me. That's so funny. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he's a dumbass Viking. Okay, he's very cucked. Okay. You were right, I was wrong. Humble guy at least. Okay. All right, that's loser number one. Let's go to loser number two. My sell order didn't hit yesterday. Holy shit, on Google. Oh my God. How was that? How's that today? Okay, flat. Okay. Holy shit. Down 13,000. Oh my God. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're poor and you're stupid. Hard to fix that. Let's see. What else is he posting? Please recover my calls. Oh my God. Here's an upvote. My post history, I was up 7,000. And then 2 days ago, my Google calls were up 100%. Didn't sell. Oh, got greedy. That's right. He held on. Okay. Um, I was teaching, man. Didn't realize my sell order didn't hit in class. Wow. What was he teaching? Oh, sweet Jesus. Please don't teach any. Oh, CS major. Oh, God. The blind leading the blind. And he's a chess nerd. Oh, my God. Um, Wait, is Rob here? If I talk shit about chess, he's gonna give me a rough time. Oh yeah, Warren, chess teaches you empathy. So does a shotgun, okay? Okay, whatever. All right, that's still okay. This guy is all right, let's go to number three. Oops, oh, that's a screenshot. Number three. Um, should I sell at market open or let it ride out? What did he do? SoFi longs at 6.5, 16. Shout out to Linda, our French investor, who's a giant SoFi holder, and she's definitely buying at these prices. And this guy is wondering, what should I do? 5 days ago. Oh, you were toast 5 days ago. Let's get the here we go. 5 days. 5. Oh, wasn't that bad, but what no what no Stargate faith here? But yeah. Um that's Kermit bending over. This is you. Holy shit. Savage comments. Okay. And we're probably wasting too much time here, but I really want to check out his post history. Oh, he's young. Outdid myself. Wait, what? He turned 50,000 in 3 months into 2,000 ish. That's pretty impressive. Oh no, 2 months ago it was 85,000. Wow, you're seeing the half-life. Holy shit. 131. He's decaying in front of us. Holy shit. And you have to remember the subreddit, the channel he's in. These are option traders. They call it race to 10 million. There's like everyone doing yellow after yellow after yellow to break 8 figures. These kids. Uh, what he likes is nicotine and he likes baby back ribs. Okay. All right. Okay, beautiful. All right. All right. Let's just go to the Euro player and we'll call it a day since it's a little bit fresh. All right. Lost 100,000 euros. Market makers played me for a fiddle. Here's my trading journey in one pager. The buy. Feeling confident. Went in with 4x leverage. What could possibly go wrong? the liquidation. Turns out about 3 months later, the market had a 6 cents for my margin levels. 3 months! Holy shit! The day's low, exactly 106 on the second. My knockout trigger, because of course it had to be. And he's still playing penny stocks to recover. Holy shit. And he's still thinking about sticking to regular stock buys going forward. And he's German. Oh my God. Du hast 100,000 investiert. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my God. Oh, he's getting German comments. Dude, I can't read this. I have not yet everything seen, but so much money in one knockout. I can't read this. Okay, that's hilarious. Wow. Okay. Let's see. All right. He's posting in the German Wall Street bets. I should spend more time there. What else? Oh, he's typing. Oh, I can't translate this fast enough. But yeah. Oh, he plays old first person shooter games too. Okay. What? He likes weird Star Wars lore. Okay. And he likes Pokemon. Oh my God, what a loser. And I'm an actual Pokemon master. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Poor kid. Okay. All right. So those are your idiots of the week. Holy shit. Hope you guys feel better about your trades. All right. Cool. All right, let's get to the fun stuff. Index overview. All right, let me get all the good stuff ready. What did Lord Tedder say? Everyone has to learn the toilet stop loss the hard way at least once. The financial red pill is a suppository if you don't volunteer on the front end. All right. All right. Let's go through the 4 big indexes and let me make sure I'm still solvent. Yes, I am. Yay. Okay. All right. Let me shrink this a little bit. We're going to need the put call ratio for this one. All right, cool. All right, let's go start with the ES. Oops. Where did our handy dandy? Okay, cool. Warren, you're clicking too fast. All right, here's ES. So we're gonna go through the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Russell, and the Dow Jones. All right, cool. So S&P 500. Let's start with the futures side of the house. The supposed smart money, 3.54 or 3.6 for the put call ratio. And I would relatively say it's kind of a flat day overall speaking. We'll call it faintly green. So the smart money is picking up lots of cheap hedges today. So I would concur. So let's not read into this extreme number too heavily. Let's go to SPX. Oh, where did my thing go? Okay, SPX. Here we go. All right, here. Let me just. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, SPX. This is the better read for today. Oh, come on, Warren. Okay, SPX. Here we go. 1.21 and fair value is about 1.3. The bearish deltas are not active at 64%. So yeah, it's a normal trading day according to the big boy option contracts here. And let's pivot to the retail side of the S&P 500 with SPY and see how that's looking. 1.0, so right at the money at the fair value of 1.0. So very normal, healthy, retail-friendly trading day at the moment. And wait till we look at the retail analytics. We are setting up the biggest wealth transfer on this side of COVID. It's going to be exciting. All right, with that, let's pivot to NDX. Oh, I'm sorry, the NASDAQ futures. NQ. Still learning a baseline number here. So at the moment, 0.973. Let's not read into that too much. NDX, we're also still learning. It's about 0.883. That seems scary bullish. And let's look at the Qs. We know this number is 1.3, 1.4 for baseline. And it's zero point 0.9. So we're seeing substantial bullishness in all of the different quadrants of the NASDAQ. Okay. Um, and it's uh, kind of a isosceles triangle setup here. So getting into wedge formation. So yeah. Let's pivot to the Russell. Uh, and we'll have to think about small caps as we read the Stock Traders Almanac in just a second. But yeah, we're still learning the baseline for the Russell futures, but we will pivot to the RUT and take a look at this for its 1256 tax advantagedness. And this is an uncharacteristic bullish number, 0.848. We're still learning the baseline, but we do know that Russell, the IWM's baseline is 2.3. And to be at 0.84, that's crazy bullish. Wow. And 36% on the bearish delta. That is just insane. And looking at Flav's indicator here, they're slightly overpaying for the calls. Interesting. So there's that much bullishness. I'm not seeing it. But the herd is always late, and the herd is showing up for the slaughter now. All right, so let's pivot to the diamonds. We're going to skip the future since it's so thinly traded. But fair value for the diamonds is 1.0, and this is 0.645. So substantial bullishness in all the sectors, despite the flatness. And there's a little bit of greed, envy, and desperation in the flavor here. All right, so that's that. Let me just take a look at our VIX number really quick at the moment, 15.44. So good to know that. And all right, with that in the back of our minds, let's pivot to CNN's Fear and Greed Index. The aggregate score at the moment is 40. Yesterday was 39. A month ago was 37. A week ago was 49. And a year ago was 73. Good times there. Looking at our S&P 500 buffer zone here with the 125-day moving average, they're calling it fear. Yeah, it's had bigger gaps for sure. Okay. With the Heisenberg Omen, we're looking at 52-week highs or tickers with 52-week highs versus 52-week lows and seeing what's the remaining delta. And it's the same shit as last week. Most of the money is in the Max 7 and its supply chains, and that's about it. So yeah, extreme fear. The money is not spread out evenly on the betting table. And looking at market breadth here, yeah, this is more of a median-esque value. But yeah, as a whole, the market is really, again, stacked in a handful of players. And it's the NVIDIA everything market, as we've always been talking about. So yeah, crazy. We're going to skip the other indicators because I think they do it wrong. All right, let's take a look at the Stock Traders Almanac. I'm really sick of reading January, but I guess this is the last time. January's barometer predicts the year's course of 0.726 batting average. 12 of the last 18 presidential election years follow January's direction. Every down January on the S&P since 1950, without exception, preceded a new or extended bear market, a flat market, or a 10% correction. S&P's gains from January's first 5 days preceded full-year gains 83% of the time. Blah, 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 blah. November, December, January constitute the year's best 3-month span, a 4.2% S&P gain, and January's NASDAQ powerful 2.7% since 1971, blah, blah, blah. January effect now starts in mid-December and favors small cap stocks. Blah, 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 blah. Does that hold up to our numbers? Let's just double check really quick. Russell 2000, mid-December. Do you see, I see a rip your face off crash and then a slight rally. Yeah, that's not really a rotation. That's more of like an F up and then a recovery. I wouldn't call that a small cap surge. So maybe that read was not so clean. Okay, and then January's NASDAQ was up 2.7% since 71. Let's see if that held up. Let's not look at the NDX. That's a NASDAQ 100. Let's still go with the Qs. All right, Qs. So January, where did we start? About what? 510, 514, ended 526. Okay, that's a big increase. Okay. So what is that? Like 25 over 500. What is that? 0.5% up. Oh, okay. So we definitely beat 2.7 by like 2x. Um, and M2 money supply didn't change at all, I'm sure. Okay. But yeah, I guess that's January. Good stuff there. Let's take a look at February. February is the weak link in the best 6 months. Recent record, S&P up 9, down 6, average change of 0.1% last 15 years. It is number 3 for the NASDAQ in presidential election years, blah, blah, blah. Day before President's Day weekend, S&P down 19 of 32, 11 straight years of 92 to 2002, and up 8 of the last 14. And many technicians modify market predictions based on January. All right. Little cryptic here, but things a little bit softening up. And then here's our S&P seasonal volatility, and we are now on this spot, about to approach a potential Valentine's Day correction move. So we'll take a look there. All right. And let's look at our sector rotation, fun stuff. And we got our copy our favorites here. All right, if you guys have any favorite tickers, let me know. Meanwhile, here's the 11 subsectors of the S&P 500, and let's just put this into a nice chart format. And let's snap this screenshot for the notes. All right. Okay, and let me delete the rest. Okay. All right, cool. So this is everything without the quantum stuff. Oh, sorry, this is just the 11 subsectors. So let's look. Materials are doing well. That's commodity related, of course. XLF, banks don't lose. Healthcare, I guess it's enrollment period. And communication stock, a lot of 5G stuff. Here's more industrials, real estate, REITs. This consumer discretionary underperforming the S&P. Utilities soft. Consumer staples soft, energy very soft, and technology not doing well. So you can see some inflation affected plays here, but technology is just money rotating out. But retail is rotating money in. So there is a handing off of the bag, as it were. All right. And let's drop our favorite tickers. Does anyone have any favorites? We can run them here. So for now, let's see. Here's our usual favorites. So yeah, Palantir is number one, post earnings, of course. US Steel doing well. China 2X doing well. Alibaba doing well. Oh, holy shit, $100? Wow. Um, Weibo doing well. Natural gas doing well. Another steel company. More Chinese tech. What else? So here's the S&P. What's barely below that? Buy and hold, Coinbase, Google, US Oil, Ford, Apple, Intel, DJT, General Motors, NIO. Yeah, so Chinese EV is not doing well. Nvidia down 11% for the week. AMD and Mara. Holy shit. Okay, let me grab this table, put in our notes. Any other tickers you guys want me to add here? Yes,
Is
no?
that the weekly or the daily?
I believe this is the weekly.
I walked away.
This is a weekly 5-week tail.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. If there's any other good tickers, we can always circle back. All right, cool. So that's your sector rotation. And let's get to, is this old? I'm not sure. Oh, here's the dailies. We'll skip it for a minute. Okay. All right, earnings. All right, let's take a look at Alphabet. Uh, and so let's see. So cloud is not great. Google Cloud here. But we want to focus on the CapEx expenditures, especially the AI component, because CapEx here is receivables on NVIDIA's doorstep. So, um, but yeah, that's probably murky and muddy at best. Okay. But yeah, let's take a look at the fallout. And don't forget, it's Thursday, so a lot of the Wall Street Bets kids are still hoping for a recovery by tomorrow for their disastrous positions. And dude, it's earnings, it's explosive catalytic events like gap ups and gap downs of the Mag 7 is par for the course. Like, I guess if you want to gamble, live by the sword and die by the sword.
So that would be a really good example of how we would do a prototype on the calendar.
Right,
Something
just
went crazy and would have eaten you is the perfect trade to go tinker with.
yeah, just milk the front end volatility.
Yeah.
You got a nice anchor. I mean, it takes time, right? You're trading away your time, but you can recover. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Actually, we'll come back to this.
Yeah.
I'm putting in my notes. I'll
Okay. Thank you. Let's take a look at Palantir, the Spook IPO. Let's see. Untamed organic growth for its AI products. Uh, Wonderful. Is this the actual dude? Um,
Yeah,
is this the real guy?
Alex Karp, yeah.
He dresses like a French douchebag for real? Like really?
Don't know.
You think the CIA would send a better front man? All right, so American billionaire businessman, co-founder, son of a Jewish clinician, pediatrician father, and African American artist mother,
Oh, he's half.
and ugly as dog shit, and dyslexic. Oh my God. Uh, how did he get a degree in philosophy? Um, and a PhD in neoclassical social theory from Goethe University in Frankfurt. Aggression in their Lebenswelt. Their I can't read this. What the crap is Sigmund Freud? He likes cigars and cocaine too? Really? Um, okay, he's very woke. He calls himself a socialist. Okay. He does qigong. He does tai chi. No kids to speak of. So he's clearly gay. Okay. All right. Research done. 57 and no kids to speak of. You're gay as fuck. Okay. I mean, you dress like that. Like, oh, did I have to think about this? Okay.
People like that know that they're going to be photographed. That could just be his dress person, whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah. His
Fashion
fluffer,
designer.
his fluffer. Yeah, like they wanted to do this. It's like good for you.
Well, the thing about Palantir is it's been climbing up. It's like $107 today.
Like I've explained to
Can
you
you
why,
believe that?
Lonnie. This is an evil org, and you're a happy shareholder because you look the other way. Like they specialize in blackmail. They get
Yeah,
impossible level government level contracts, and there's only
yeah.
one way to do it. It's just blackmail. This is a CIA front this is a CIA front run app. Sorry,
Yeah,
front run organization.
right. The thing is that Trump is talking about buying out CIA, all the employees, closing down CIA and
That
things
has
like
nothing to
that.
do with Palantir.
Okay,
Separate.
No,
so let's just back up. I will go find the done number for Palantir, and we'll go find out how much they've been paid. That's so simple.
right. So my thinking is that if CIA, was scaled down or whatever, they're not going to get as much money from contracting it out. So the stock's not going to do well, especially at this highs
Okay,
that
but
they're in
They're
at
different.
right
They're
now.
different, functioning different. Like you've never worked in the tech space. Like those are different mechanics. So Palantir, they're data routers. They work with like top end heavy organizations like Snowflake for data routing
Mhm.
and whatnot for the digital pipeline for these shitty ass cloud deployments. That's it. That's it. It's you're overthinking it.
So if
well,
they're
not
not,
only that, they have long-term contracts.
uh-huh.
They would have contracts that are 5 years long, and the contracts are already locked up. And
Oh, so even
this
if the
this
agency
is not
is,
hokey stuff like NGOs. These are long-term contracts. But
These are yeah, contracts with nation states. It's a different level.
oh,
yeah,
so
Yeah.
so it would not affect them,
No, different,
even
well,
if,
different scale. It's like, yeah.
if you're downgrading spies, yes, eventually it'll affect them. But don't worry about that.
okay, so
This is you're financing the T word, like by being a stakeholder here. It's like owning Alibaba stock. You're doing business with mass murderers. Like this is not negotiable. Like the facts are the facts. Like yeah. Okay. And it's run by this faggot. It's okay. All right, cool. So that's Palantir for you. Let's take a look at Roblox for the kiddies. I don't play any of their games, obviously, but yeah, let's look at daily active users. DAU, 85.3 million in the fourth quarter. Target was 88.39. We haven't talked about Roblox in a long time. They're headquartered right here next to Franklin Templeton is building in San Mateo, right off there. I used to live across the street. Uh, let's look at Roblox's customer by region or country. That would be interesting. Roblox customer chart. Let's see. Oh no, customer base. Just a customer. Okay. This looks old. Okay. Um, all right, this could explain. Oh, here, I think here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. Okay. All right. So here's their user base. This is from their blog. Even better. Okay. Let's see. Percentage of users that are 13 and up. 40% to 55%? Holy shit, there's that many that are underage? Mostly US, South America, Russia, Western Europe, Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines. Nothing in Africa. Okay. Okay. All right. And most of these games are from Epic, Lego, Facebook. Oh, God help us. And YouTube. Is this right? I'm a little fuzzy, but I've never been on their platform. But okay. And countrywide, let's see. US is half, and Korea is 6%. Korea in esports, like holy shit, they always outdo everybody, except having kids. United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Brazil, France, Japan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Germany, Czech Republic. Okay. That's so funny. All right, let me drop this in our thing. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Netflix for their next earnings. And it's funny that like Gen Z, who doesn't know how to pirate anything, is so are some of are a lot of the new Netflix subscribers. It's just funny. All right, cool. Let's take a look at, I think Swaggy Stocks is still uh yeah, oh, trading terminal gone. What the hell? And is Swaggy Stocks back? Wait, what? Wait. Wait, is this back? I can't tell. We have to reference it against something else. Holy cow, trading terminal died. We're now going to Quiver Quant. Wow. NVIDIA SPY, let's see, for one day, it's the same thing. This looks broken. That's not the same. Oh, my 0DT is done. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That looks weird. That doesn't match what we're seeing here. Because Palantir, right? I don't know. Something's weird. Okay. But yeah, we'll just go off this one. So a lot of the Wall Street bets is looking at NVIDIA, SPY, Tesla, Palantir, AMD, MicroStrategies or Strategy, Reddit, AI, Amazon. What is VBuy? And then Google and R. Right, cool. So yeah, I mean, those are all the tickers we expected. Oh, getting to the fun econ news. Oh, we're only here and it's 11:30. Holy cow, we gotta speed up. Okay. Oh, I pasted the link here, but here's the nice read from, oh, come on. All right, here's the read from the Goldman team, sector by sector, blah, blah, blah. And then here's interesting like breakdown, a little bit spelled out better. Kind of interesting. I haven't vetted all this, but some interesting tickers just to start some homework on. And yeah, again, should you be spread out that thin? You don't have to be, but if you're interested, here's a nice starting point. Cool. So yeah, there's a link here. Excelente. Oh yeah, and then here, let's pivot to tariff woes and nice overlay of um, junk bonds against the S&P. And as a forward lead indicator, junk bonds kind of led the way here, as it were, at least during this trade debacle. And it, it has formed a nice first waterline that you could hover against. So yeah, we haven't looked at this in a while, so I thought I'd just bring this up. Okay. All right, let's fast forward to the next one. And then here's the 90-day snapshot. And yeah, we are seeing money rotate back in here. So yeah, moment of truth has passed during the Christmas or post-Christmas phase. And yeah, similar to TLT and IEF, we're seeing junk yields or inflows into junk products increase just as folks dive for cover. Service sector surveys here plunge in January as prices rose and orders fell. This is kind of mechanical, self-explanatory. Let's fast forward a little bit. I really want to get to the big fun stuff. So this is huge. Let's get to the retail analytics. Oh, shoot, 1 second. All right. All right, cool. Super, super key article. Please pay attention. The retail bubble is frothy as hell. So here's retail sentiment going back to 2020, and we are at a relative peak for this, I guess, 5-year period. And retail mania is huge. Monday, retail bought $2.5 billion, a level last seen in March 2020. Early Tuesday, retail imbalance again, yet a new record. Tuesday close. Also, net buys of 4 billion, blah, 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 blah. And with 3 billion in single names, largest ever. Max 7 dominated. So people are buying the dip. And no one's happier than the insiders at Google and Palantir and so forth. And so yeah, scaling out a little bit. Yes, second largest imbalance at nearly 5 billion on the third, the fourth up to 4 billion, the fifth largest imbalance, and 4 of the 5 top retail imbalances occur in the last 2 weeks with aggressive dip buying. And here's US ownership of stocks and as percentage of total assets. And of course, we're in the Silicon Bay area where everyone owns NVIDIA and some other, whatever. So yeah, we're probably skewing this number a little bit. But yeah, it's still less than 30% of US households own stock at all. And here's retail flows into single stocks on a 20-day rolling average. And where are we? 2025, the red line, just blowing past prior levels, and with a speed and slope that's a little crazy. And here's the NVIDIA, the invasive species that's screwing up everything. And as we mentioned earlier on Discord, people are buying the retail dip for NVIDIA like crazy. People are treating NVIDIA earning cycles as free money. It is terrifying. Because you think about it, the proverbial shoe shine boy is now your Uber driver. And that mofo is trading Robinhood between rides, delivering food. He's hustling crypto. Like comedians are now like, all the big podcasts, they're all pumping crypto ads and it's Super Bowl weekend, right? So DraftKings ads are all over the place. And uh, who's the Cowboys owner? Um, what's his name? The weird guy. Uh, uh, Jerry Jones. He's a minority shareholder in DraftKings. I just read about this. Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones retain DraftKings investments. Holy shit. There's lots of talk about, refs and is the NFL rigged, blah, blah, blah. It's like, is there money involved? Then yes, it's rigged. Like, come on. Hilarious. And if you know how the advertising spend, how that goes, then you kind of know who's gonna win the Super Bowl. And that's kind of how like my Niners friends refused to take my bet when they were playing against the Chiefs. I'm like, guys, there's no way the Niners will win. But yeah. All right, good times there. So that's a retail number. It's just crazy. So do what you will with that, but this should terrify you. All right. All right, getting to black swans. Again, we have a delusional drug addict that's trying to figure out what his post-retirement life will be. And homie, it doesn't look very good. Gonzalo Lira is waiting for you. Holy shit.
Hey, Warren, question on
Yes,
that
sir.
retail trade on NVIDIA. Do you have a chart of the smart money exits on that same chart?
That was an article. That would be a key one. But right, I mean, we could look at insiders.org or something, right? We've kind of looked at this in the past, right? Like Jensen's been a net seller for the last 2 years like crazy. Um, who has a good insiders tool? Let's see.
No, not just the insiders. I'm talking about like the
In
funds, right? Funds,
institution,
ETF,
yeah.
yeah, institution
I mean,
sale.
IBD is heavily focused on that, right? So I see where you're coming from.
But it's
Um,
not on the list, right? Nvidia is not on the hot list right now in IBD.
okay, that's good to know. I think like which specific benchmark is it failing?
No, I'm just looking for a chart.
Yeah.
There's this website called sentimenttrader.com, I think, that measures smart money and dumb money, right? So, is there something that showcases how much, essentially I'm looking for what they call in IBD called as accumulation distribution, right? Yeah, sentiment trader. So sentiment trader gives you, but then sentiment trader is more macro, right? So it's not per stock or not per ticker. It's broad-based macro. Um, because if they're tracking, if that chart tracks dumb money by the dip kind of thing, then somebody should have a chart of smart money exiting that trade.
No, I'm with you. But so logically it should. It's not cleanly presented because this is money right here, literally.
Right. It's not cleanly presented for a reason.
Right. So
You can see where that's going.
right. So the homework item potentially would be what is the, what is the smart money outflow now and historically? Yeah,
Yeah,
good
so
read.
interesting. I posted a sentiment for crypto is not tracking, Warren, with stock sentiment. I can tell you like the sentiment on Bitcoin, Twitter, crypto, Twitter, et cetera, is extremely bearish. A lot of discussions of like there was just a recent um, What Bitcoin Did podcast saying, is the bull market over? Right. So that's the sentiment at the moment. In the crypto space, I think there's a bit of a divergence there from perhaps retail. Just FYI, if that matters.
Yeah. Flav is notifying us that market is dumping, and I don't give any shits because I'm already closed out. And I picked the right direction anyway. I really don't care. Um,
Did
it
see as per the almanac, I think it's mid-February or late February in a election year or post-election year that the market dumps.
we saw that right in the
Yeah,
the volatility diagram, right?
yeah.
There is a Valentine's Day smash. And I think that's the correct word. Where is that? Here we go. Yeah. So week two, choppy and then face come off. Yeah. So like I
And
didn't like go
and is
ahead.
this chart for the post-election year? Because the
This
chart that I had
is
seen was for very specifically after the election, the first year of the
I
new
mean they do matter.
administration.
They do matter. I'm with you. I do not have that intel. If you could find it maybe.
I will
So
look for that. Yeah.
yeah, improvement would be yeah, so post-election year. So yeah, it looks like this is a general rolling 20-year average from 2023, and it's still holding, which is fantastic. Excellent. But thanks, Flaw, for letting us know. It looks like it's trying to find a bottom. Wow, that is spooky. Wow. Everything. Yeah, market is dumping.
It's not
Interesting.
dumping that much.
It stopped now, but if you were in
Oh, a little
your
while ago.
last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes, yeah, someone lost for a fortune and made a fortune. Uh, where are we? We were retail fish. Where were we? Oh, okay. We were talking retail. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Ross. So yeah, smart money outflow would be the improvement. So yeah, good to know. I'll try to dig after this too. But yeah, Zelensky wants nukes and is bragging that, hey, I wouldn't be in this position if you guys gave me nukes to begin with. And oh yeah, what's his accounting problem? Hey, we've received 200 billion. 100 billion. I don't know where it went. We didn't collect. We can
That is
only
that is part of the grease.
it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And what's doesn't Zelensky have has like a nice villa in Florida? Yeah, here we go. Um, without evidence, which means if if the Ministry of Truth is involved, then you know the rumors actually a fact. Oh, that's hilarious.
So there definitely is a house in Florida. I thought it was near $15 million.
I mean, it doesn't matter how much it costs, right? It just
Well, I
like
mean,
he,
it was not $50 million.
yeah.
In any case,
Oh,
they'll be hiding all of that.
yeah.
It'll be hidden in a corporation someplace.
And then what is a Z-score? Uh, I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah, so it's another sentiment indicator using on-chain analytics, and it has reasonable correlations with previous pre-market tops. And you can kind of see that basically once you start getting above, 6 or 8, you tend to get sort of that peak cycle mentality. It has to do with on-chain analytics of buyers and sellers and average price and that sort of thing. So anyway, just sentiment, I would say, for crypto is not in alignment with maybe the wider stock market for retail.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Thank you.
Correlates well with Google searches are not necessarily up at all for retail in Bitcoin, like, or crypto generally.
Yeah.
Would you say it's more inverse, Ed?
Yeah, I'd just say we're mid-cycle. Nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody's asking, no one's excited about it, etc. It's not it's not in alignment with maybe Nvidia being top of mind, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I mean, I'd say the crypto market's been overly saturated for the last 4 weeks, right? And now it's kind of like people are just exhausted.
Yeah,
So
there was a lot of hype in November. Like we were starting to get back into a bit of a mania in November. People were getting really pumped after the election, and
yeah,
then you had Trump coin, and maybe that took away people's excitement. I have no idea, but it's
yeah.
just where we are.
Okay. That's a great segue to the rest of our currency news. Let's see. We'll skip the boring stuff. There's some development with Trump's committee, the working group on digital assets. So I'm surprised this isn't quite the filibustering move that I was fearing this might fall into. But yeah, there's some forward legs here. So that's great. Let's take a look at stablecoin volumes. This is a nice aggregate figure. Um, I probably
Yeah,
need
I
to
think the
clarify.
big thing was a lot of people were over anticipating on the Trump stuff what he was going to do as far as a strategic reserve. And the bottom line is it has to go through legislation, and the odds of that happening are not great.
Right.
So I think people got like overly excited about the talk.
Right. And an executive order doesn't do anything for this asset class. He needs congressional approval. And we'll see legs for that, right? We'll see a bill, we'll see co-sponsors, there'll be negotiations. Like we'll see it moving.
But altcoins took a big hit compared to Bitcoin, like almost, I mean, some of the altcoins I know took like 30-40% hit.
That's their job.
Well, no, that's a good point. Like Bitcoin dominance has continued to rise and against altcoins, and yeah, I don't know. I can't speak as much to understanding or caring as much about altcoin season and all that sort of thing, but I think yeah, well, I would say one thing I've noticed is that the Trump coin has highlighted for people the absurdity and the gambling mentality associated with the vast majority of crypto generally, and that Bitcoin is something else. And I think people are starting to, certainly investors have a pretty good handle on that. Overall, the focus there is more on Bitcoin, and then everything else is a gambling token.
Yeah. Good recap. So yeah, we'll fast forward out of there. That's just what the highlights.
And Warren, I found a link to a
Let's
chart
see.
that talks about the seasonality. It's not
Oh,
as clear, but this is post US presidential election years. So the first year, uh, um, there seems to be a dip in the
February, right here.
February on, yeah.
Valentine's Day. She
Mhm.
took all my money. The market crashes. And it's March 14th. Recovery. I'm just reading the graph, guys. It's the March 14th recovery. For the ladies who don't know on the call, March 14th is steak and blowjob day. Wadi's like, what are you talking about? That's right, Wadi. Inside joke. Sorry, guys. Um, and hello, Alan Chen. You showed up just in time. Uh, all
Yeah,
right.
just my timing on it. Today I just got whatever's been going around in the Bay Area finally kicked me in the ass. So
Oh,
yeah,
novovirus.
yeah. Oh man, it sucks. But it's a nice little break to work from home.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, what happened to SMCI? It's running up a lot.
It's kind of doing some interesting rallies right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The products itself, it's awfully funny because even though that the auditors gave it a black eye, the customer base is not turning it down. So that's why
Mhm.
that's why it's making its return. It's a very interesting animal though.
Yeah, it's running up a lot this 2 days, so I was surprised.
Yeah, there's even among my the people in my sales team, they're asking who are the customers that lined up to buy your guys' boxes? And so far the only ones I'm visible to is primarily Tesla and a couple of AI firms. They were the big buyer of our new graphics, our new GPU servers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It will have earnings next week on Tuesdays.
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully the accounting thing.
It really all comes down to this. It's how well you want to fluff up a accounting firm's pockets. That's
Uh-huh.
what it comes down to. So if you just want somebody that will do the job, but it was obvious these guys, the people that actually gave them black eye were they wanted more money. They really wanted more money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you don't see that there's no accounting frauds or anything like that in the books
No,
itself, right?
no,
No?
it's purely chaotic. The place is chaotic, but
Yeah.
they go through all the respective hiring. I mean, the same auditing practices and things like that. I myself personally, I'm trying to get them, I'm trying to reel them in and trying to get somebody dedicated just to manage the inventory
Mhm.
Hey,
because we
who
go
was
through
that company? Who was that sell side analyst that shut shop last month?
which
You mean the auditor, the people that audit the
No,
accounting?
no. So there's this very visible short side analysts, right? Like Muddy Waters. The Muddy
Oh,
Waters is probably this
Heidenberg.
Heidenberg. Yes, exactly.
okay.
So Heidenberg had done a report on SMCI. They shut shop. Now SMCI is moving up. Hey, nothing to look here.
Right, right.
it's kind of interesting to see, just the games that's played.
So I kind of expect that next week it will keep running.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I didn't ask for shares of stocks, but they gave me shares of stocks.
Mhm.
Do you have a strike price that they gave you?
They only gave me the vested shares. So we'll see.
But I mean the business is good though, right? Other than that, I mean business is
It's
running,
great.
Wani, you
manufacturing.
can't ask these questions.
Yeah,
You
you
Oh,
know,
cannot, Wani, you're pushing it. All
oh,
right, next topic. Next topic. You gotta be smart, Wani. You cannot get him in trouble or us.
no,
All
no, no,
right.
I don't want to, of
Well,
course.
Swani,
All right.
they're in the business of cooking the books, all of them. It's called financial engineering.
All of them cooking the books.
You didn't
Wow.
hear that.
Yeah,
You need
this
to
is
be
not the
smarter, Wani.
conversation
Like
that
you
you had.
cannot ask these dumb questions. You cannot ask these dumb questions. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on. All right, moving on. All right.
we'll
Thank you,
we'll
Alan.
all
We're,
we'll all
we're,
be
we're,
testifying to Congress.
we
I'll
we
be.
are Alan. We are happy you're here. So hope you feel better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
You
you, thank
better.
you.
All right. All right, cool. With that, I think we got the currency news. All right, yeah, oh, sorry. Let's fast forward to our currency news. Thank you for the sentiment readout here. All right. So yeah, we're seeing the the EO make some progress. That's good. Stablecoin making some progress too. We're seeing some loosening uh, bank standards here. That's kind of dumb. We'll skip that. We don't have a lot of time for this, but yeah, Trump media is expanding into financial services, including launching an ETF and whatnot. And there's a crypto flavor as well. It's ridiculous. This is going to destroy his legacy. I guess this is going to be sacrificed either way. It's just a disaster. All right. New Secretary of Treasury. Dave and I have talked about this quite a bit on Discord. We'll see what he does. He's a Soros boy, and that speaks very ill of what's going to happen. And we'll see.
And he's been getting decent financial advice, which just I hope it's not coming from him.
Right, it's just out of character. So we're terrified that the super fox has sent one of his minions into our chicken coop. And
Yeah.
if you knew what Soros did to the pound, and having one of his boys mess around with the US dollar is terrifying. So not good, not good. Speaking of the pound, holy cow, more physical weakness incoming. We'll see how far we can float above 0% interest rates. All right, pivoting to fun domestic news. The egg apocalypse is upon us, and I think we ran out of puns. But yes. So we went over potential egg stocks. And that's great. What else? We'll fast forward to the political stuff. USAID is just a smorgasbord of money laundering, and they've been funding their own ops to no end. And Jack Posobiec also said something similarly. Why is anyone surprised? We just didn't know it was this deep. So
We all knew, but the public didn't know.
Oh, we knew for sure. Yeah, yeah.
All paranoid and
So you have to look up the confessions of a what was
economic
that?
hitman.
Yeah, and you'll see what USAID has been doing in all of South America, funding the the wrong side of history, if you will, right? Funding the dictators and Pinochet and whoever not, right? That's what USAID is. It's not benevolent in any way.
Yeah, USAID is after this though.
Nor is the
Yeah.
IMF and World Bank, right?
Oh,
Same playbook.
But the brochures look so good. They have like the black kids that are starving to death and the good videos.
Exactly.
And they're milking your compassion, and you should shame them to the high heavens for that. Like that's diabolical. They're abusing your good nature.
It's called I woe for a reason.
Yeah.
So I do have a question for this one. Where did all the liberals go?
The voting bloc? I don't know.
Like for 2 weeks there was like, oh, was I too political? I mean, they had this propaganda thing where they were trying to get everybody to shut up on all the social media. So that means that they've gone someplace else. Does anybody know where that someplace else is?
Under the
Delusion.
cave and rocks.
Delusion. Semi-glide and a lot of cocaine. I don't know.
Are they on Threads or is
They're on Reddit. The feds are on Reddit. Like I showed you last week, right? They're all complaining on Reddit instead of doing work. We'll find them. Fed News right now. We'll find them right now. And you'll see a bunch of posts saying, you guys need to get off this thing here. Here, we'll top post for the week.
You know, the people that work in the federal government, even state government, they're doing less than 1 month's worth of work in a whole year.
Right, and they have multiple overlapping jobs, which is why they're raising such a big fuss. And that's why so many people are taking the buyout, because they're taking the buyout on their non-primary job, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
It's always been obvious because the state workers up here really are producing about 2 months worth of work every year.
And they spend money like water. Like, if you've ever met a retired fire marshal, like nothing against firefighters, but holy shit, did you have to flash your Daytona Rolex like in my face that hard when you're doing the inspection?
And
Like,
a
holy
fire
shit.
truck
No,
costs
no. So,
$8 million.
personal spending is a different matter, right? But then abusing, tax money, buying
Yeah.
equipment when it is not needed.
Right, right.
If you've seen their fire trucks, man, do you really need that?
And it's illegal to get involved politically. There's the Hatch Act of 1939. We briefly mentioned this the other day. Like you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be a partisan entity while you're on the clock. Like, hello. Like this isn't complicated. But yeah, like these like once you got the Teamsters and the old mafia guys involved, like it was game over.
Well, so Trump's people are coming on board into the law enforcement jobs. So I don't know.
We'll
Let's,
see. We'll see.
let's
Yeah.
hope that in May a big giant expose comes out.
We'll see. Yeah. So that's exciting. I mean, not tradable, but it's only been 18 days that he's been in office. Like, holy shit. Like we're deporting mofos to India already. Like,
No, no, no.
wow.
Warren, I will beg to differ. There is a tradable angle here, right? Like if you look at, okay, who's going to get all these private contracts? First in line
Ah,
is Palantir.
there
Yes,
you go.
they hit their $100 psychological mark, and they're up today. They will go down a bit, maybe 80-ish. They'll end the year at 200.
What?
I see it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's crazy.
All sorts of private contracts this guy will get, which is not really good because you're concentrating
Information
your
asymmetrically.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And you want this thing to be spread out. You want to have a few players, but what happens then is they become a monopoly, and then there was that these guys sued the federal government because the people internally in the federal government discovered after doing some basic math, that they were being charged ridiculous amounts, and Palantir said, no, no, we already have the rights to the data. You can't take us out. So now all our tax money is going to this company um, for overcharging the U.S. government, right? So that's a problem. You don't want to have only Palantir in the mix. You want to have at least 4 or 5 entities.
Yeah. And
They've
that's the
already,
long-term contract thing.
yeah, and they've already sued the government once. So precedent.
Yeah, I think there's another possible tradable angle as well, which is that undoubtedly, everyone has been cheering him on, but undoubtedly Elon is not just helping the little people with exposing all this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this somehow gets leveraged certainly into SpaceX somehow. Um, there's going to be a grift on that side. People just don't understand. It's like concentration of power, and we shift it from one direction to the other direction. So there's likely a trade in there as well.
There's another one called Anodrill or Anduril or something like that. Anodrill. ADU. I forget the name.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
What's their specialty?
Drones and
Oh,
military tech.
Costa Mesa. Yeah, it's located right there.
Yeah,
Here, visit.
sold.
Oh,
Don't get shot.
there we go. Palantir gets the intelligence contracts, and then they farm out the work.
Yep.
Holy shit. Right here. It's a revolving door of players. Wonderful. All right, game over.
So drift from one side, moving to drift to another side. Drift continues.
It was interesting that SpaceX was mentioned a few sentences below that.
Where
You know why Musk is in there, right? Musk is in there to uh, fuel his Mars dream because the money he has ain't going to cut it to a Mars mission. So he's just going to milk the US taxpayers to put a
Yeah.
rocket into Mars. That's essentially what it is.
I I think anybody who knows math can say that there's no way we're going to Mars because nobody has the money. More important to feed people.
They'll just print it.
I don't. Yeah,
but
we're my solution to oligarchs is they can be terminated too.
the
We're not
Luigi
going that
effect.
direction.
You live in a bunker. I'm sure that we can find the air supply.
Siege warfare. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. Uh, okay, we're gonna fast forward. So there are some tradable elements. And again with Mexico, again, there's a Mexico ETF, EWW. Like I didn't name it, but that's the ETF. Uh, all right, I'll just leave this here for funsies. All right. Um, if we're thinking about the expansion of the law enforcement sector, then we have to go to our old watch list. Let me pull this up. What was it called? Who makes body cams? What? They're not on my watch list anymore? Oh, wait, hold on. Body cams, body cams. Where's the gun watch list? I thought this was the gun watch list. Uh, yeah, this is the gun watch list. I guess they delisted. It's body cam. Body.
Axon.
Axon. Yeah, yeah. Where did it go? Did they go private or something? Public? Oh, maybe the market cap just got crazy. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, this is adjacent to the Ross, Geo and Civic play. Like you're gonna expand prisons, you're gonna have to expand guards, and guards need body cams because they can't be fucking trusted with anything. And teachers need body cams just as much as the next folks. Okay. Kind of a darker trade, but yeah, here you go. What's the homeland of security trade? Here you go. Ah,
So I think I saw that used to be Taser.
yeah, correct. Used to be Taser. That's called a company pivot.
I'm old. I never.
Unholy indeed. Okay. All right. We're gonna skip this stuff. Moderna, people panicking with RFK Jr. That's hilarious. All right, it's 12 o'clock. We got to speed up a little bit. All right. Again, Department of Education, if this collapses, Wiley Publishing will be hit big time. And there's a Chinese publisher in our Chinese notes for that side of the house. All right, cool. DNC loser, David Hogg, the alcohol fetal syndrome baby. I just feel sorry for him. All right. Good luck, kid. Weird tranny Biden staffer. We'll let the chips fall where they are. But if your pilot's flying the tranny flag, you need to leave immediately. Yeah.
So the guy on the radio was a man.
I don't know. I don't care.
Well, no. So there was
Yeah.
there was an air traffic controller, super duper high guy who did a review.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he was a man.
Okay. Small jets gonna pick up in a big way. Again, we should go half on a couple Honda jets, like I keep talking about. And State Farm is asking for emergency state increase. We'll see how that plays out. In case you were following up on our former trade of the week unofficially, it was Mercury Insurance, so MCY, and you can see that it's been gapping down explosively, and it's kind of found a plateau, but it's just waiting for a bail-in. And this gets a little muddy because they're holding their breath for a bail-in, and it might be doable. Like, Mr. Newsom is trying to play footsies with Trump for more federal dollars, and we'll see how this shakes up. But long story short, like it's a political bargaining chip between the feds and the states, and these poor people will catch more, you know, just stalling from the insurance folks, from the permitting to get access to their residents. It's just going to be insane. So yeah, I don't think this is Shorbo anymore. So we'll have to see. But it was a fun trade for a while. Let me just paste this screenshot here just so we could keep track. All right, cool. All right, and now cleaning up leftover lithium batteries is a nightmare. Yeah, good luck with that. And yeah, El Salvador wants to be our geo and civic outsourced. It's incredible. All right, New York
That was
shenanigans.
to Africa.
What's
Hey,
what was the old African colony where people did ship back post Civil War? Liberia or something? Is that the name?
yeah, Liberia was the crazy one.
And it failed, right? It
So that
failed.
guy turned into a
Ethnic war zone, conflict zone, right?
crazy shit.
Yeah. Like if you didn't know, like West Africans and East Africans are very different. One's fast twitch, one's long twitch. One wins marathons, the other one is Mike Tyson stabbing you. Like they're different. All right. Let's fast forward to real estate. Let's pull ITB, our home builders ETF. And again, this has the developers, Lowe's, Home Depots, and whatnot. And it's not having a great time. I did have some nice longs for Home Depot and Lowe's. We'll take a look at that. That closed last week, though. I think this week has not been a great week for them. We'll take a look. Let's look at Home Depot. Yeah, it's kind of choppy. Yeah, the long has ended. Yep. And let's look at Lowe's. Yeah, choppy as well. What did we look at the other week? UPS and FedEx. Yeah, disastrous UPS with the declining Amazon revenue. And here's FedEx, also not looking great. So yeah, all these sort of typical barometers of business for the middle class are scary at best. Not looking great. All right, let's look at tech stuff. And following up, let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. The US Navy has released a image of their Helios laser. Yeah, it's really 2025, the era of ship-mounted lasers and rail guns. It's crazy. So the Helios is rated for 60 kilowatts, I believe, and can scale up to 120. But you need a lot of time on targets, even at these power levels, for it to really cook something. But it's an interesting official promo, I guess. And there were some actual laser experts in the comments that said this is kind of interesting, but not really important. Let's get to the deep dive on power generation analytics. Yeah, where is the article? I thought I see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Leave it to the professionals. Here we go. It's for the optics, pun intended. Here's the summary. Here we go. Here, I'll make this bigger. Yeah, I'll just paste it to thing here. Okay, we'll zoom in. Okay, so here's the real issue. For lasers on warships, it's really about the power requirement. You need a lot more power than this. So this is rated for 60 kilowatts, right? You need like 100 plus, 300 to burn up cruise missiles, and 1 megawatt for the fast hypersonic stuff. And even a 150 kilowatt laser requires 15 seconds to destroy a drone. And keep in mind that one was 60, right? So yeah. So a lot of these non-nuclear powered warships can't power serious lasers. So this is kind of a nothing burger. And current effective range is about 1 mile, up to 5, blah, blah, blah. Maintaining a laser lock on fast-moving targets is difficult for ships maneuvering in high seas or rough seas. Yeah, no shit. So
That's
yeah. So yeah,
you can put depleted uranium on target a lot easier.
that's frightening, but yeah. So yeah, good stuff there. Um, and next, we're seeing some improvement with Twitter. I think it's more capitulation than Elon being a great person because his own censorship activities are insane. All right. Labor union news. We'll fast forward through some of this. We want to get too lost in the weeds. American goods producers are not having a great time. No surprises there. Oh, I've been talking to all my vendors, like asking, like, how's your kitchen staff lately? If you catch my drift, like, are they showing up for work? And my taqueria guy is like, my staff are showing up for work, but my customers aren't. I'm like, oh shit. And he's panicking about all the ice news and whatnot. Like January is a disaster for him, and February is looking like a like he's scared. So like that's my local taqueria guys. It's terrifying. All right. We'll skip some of the boring stuff. Let's get to CEOs that are quitting. Because the last time this happened, things didn't turn out so well for the rest of us. So yes, let's see. Last year, 2,000 CEOs quit their jobs. As of 2024, another 143, and a further increase of 29. Blah blah blah. Major CEO exits. Intel, that was a big one. David Calhoun, okay, for Boeing, that makes a lot of sense. And let's see, here's the CEO confidence indicator. Where is that? Here we go. Okay. From Vistage. CEO confidence index. So when their confidence is high, they're gonna sail off into the sunset with all of their money, I guess. I guess you can only milk, Indian H-1B visas for so many quarters until the operational effects show up. I kind of don't blame them. Okay. So that's that. And then we've talked to death about the federal workers a little bit. So yeah, the deadline is tonight. So we'll see how these overemployed SOBs handle it. And it's just hilarious that their unions are like, don't quit, don't quit. And the conflict of interest is fascinating. Like this is a fair deal, to be fair. That's redundant. But yeah, and then the unions and even the freaking California Attorney General is like, don't quit, don't quit. We need your dues. It's hilarious. All right, pivoting international news. Gaza real estate. Yeah, do you really want America to get in the mix over there permanently? Uh, Saudi Arabia, not thrilled. So, but yeah, here's a throwback to 2024. We've always had plan, or not we, but I guess there's been long-term plans there for a long time.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
And then pivoting to some of our Balkan homies, what the hell is happening in Serbia? There is some inorganic color revolution items, and the protests are uncharacteristically well organized, photogenic, and media savvy. So that's disturbing when you're getting the FedEx level material for nothing. Like someone's financing that. So um yeah, who's behind this? The usual suspects. Okay. All right. And then we got some Arctic news. We'll skip this. That's just interesting. Let's take a look at Modi for a second, and let's take a look at the Nifty 50. So yeah, in the world scene, Modi has the highest rating at the moment. Claudia Scheinbaum capitulated so quickly and to Trump. So we'll think about her Plan A, B, and C, D program, right? So Javier's doing well, right? But we know he's controlled op, so we're gonna look a little deeper through him. Switzerland, I don't know much about. Um, I don't recognize most of these other folks. Um, I'm surprised it's even a male for Sweden. Um, yeah, the Japanese dude is new, right? Ishiba. The real prime ministers keep getting shot. Okay. And then our holdout in Korea, right? Okay. So yeah, interesting. Let's take a look at the Nifty 50. The Nifty 50. We haven't looked at this in a while. All right. I've been following the Indian Wall Street bets just for fun because it goes recommended in my feed. And like the stuff is bananas. It's just so intense. And I don't know what to make of it. I'm still trying to figure out the community, but it is hilarious. All right. So year to date, not great. Last year, up 8%. That's not bad. Last 5 years, up 100%. Holy cow. We kind of missed this. And there's some talk on Zero Hedge about the next non-correlated asset class are potential high performers among German stocks. I'm like, no, there's not. That's someone trying to do the next pump and dump. All right. But yeah, looks like India's having a good time. Cool. We'll skip the bullshit in Sweden and we'll skip the bullshit in Germany. Getting to oil news and our improved meme here. Looks like we're gonna we'll put more pressure on Iran, and we're just playing into Mr. Yahoo's talking points here. It's disastrous, but sure. Oh yeah, we want to look at the Baker Hughes rate count. We haven't looked at this in a while. I don't even know what our baseline number is. Um, so US 582. I don't remember what our numbers were. Let's see, last year was sorry, 2024. I guess it's up a little bit. Internationally, not so much. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. 582. All right. We'll keep that in our head. Diamonds are recovering. We'll skip that. It's kind of boring. But here's Signet Jewelers. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. They had earnings, and this is adjacent to the wedding industry, so a little bit more up my wheelhouse. And as weddings are dying, so are the jewelers. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Dave, for our quick deep dive with EIA earlier. And here's Saudi Arabia correctly, the Crown Prince correctly playing the stalling tactic. Just play all sides. Like you're a vassal state of America to begin with. So what else can you do, really? All right, pivoting to the gold markets, let's take a look at metal premiums. Gold right now is at 28.57, silver at 32.23, and gold silver ratio at 88.6. So we've seen that hold at 88.5 for a long time. So we're at steady rates between gold and silver prices. And why isn't this URL redirecting? Oh, did my favorite premium site close down? That is sad. I love this website. All my favorite websites are dying. That's terrible. Okay, well, here's the gold silver ratio. Did they turn this page off too? Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, 88.43. Okay, cool. I guess we'll have to do the premium lookup manually. We haven't done this in a while. We'll do it manually. All right. Oh, sorry. SD 100 pounds. And we need SD bullion in a 1 ounce Canada random meter. All right, we'll do this manually. All right, silver a block is 33.39. Silver's trading at 32.23. So 33.39 minus 32.23. Wait, what? That comes out to be exactly that. Oh, 116. Okay, 116 divided by 3, 223. So the premium on silver is 3.5% when you're buying it. That's pretty low, relatively speaking. It's been as high as 4%. Let's look at gold. We've seen this as like, it should be like 1 or 2%, maybe 2 now. Let's take a look. 2915 minus spot 2856 equals 59 divided by spot equals 2%, 2 point, almost 1%, 2.1 almost. So that's been, so yeah, overall premiums have been declining. So, it got as high as 10% during 2021 April, if you guys remember when oil went to negative $37. That was the only freak time where it got that high. All right, cool. All right, so let's talk about gold lease rates for a second. So central banks, again, shout out to The Creature from Jekyll Island, a great book on this topic. So what happens is central banks is they don't like holding gold and silver in their vaults. It's a pain in the ass. It requires a lot of guns and cameras. And the smarter play is instead of having carrying costs for gold, why not just rent it out? Let someone else worry about it. Well, here's the problem. They started leasing out gold to their friends and complementary companies and then large whales and whatnot. And guess what? One by one, these folks like wouldn't return their shit. And instead of calling people out and getting recovery fees and whatnot, they just issued more paper receipts for gold, and no one audited them. And this is why London has a huge problem with this. New York has a huge problem with this, and so does Fort Knox. So that's the gist of it. So central banks, to reduce their expenses, have just been leasing the metal for a long time. And as I've complained before, Kitco used to have the gold metal leasing rates published, and they stopped reporting this a bit ago. So yeah, yeah, it's completely gone. Like the sitemap doesn't have anything. But yeah, so yeah, here or it's a little bit. See, lease rate last 30 days. So some of the landing pages are still indexed well, but yeah. Um, so yeah, the silver leasing rate I've never figured out, but the gold one has been published here and there, and we do have an inkling here, right? So, borrowing costs used to be, near zero, and now they're at 5% because hey, people want physical. Because this is like Charles de Gaulle repatriating all of France's gold, post World War II. There's just not a lot of faith in Uncle Sam. So, Trump or no Trump, this was going to happen either way. Um, and then there were some interesting comments here. Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. That other Chinese thing was from here. Okay, here we go. All right, we've figured this out. Okay, so someone made a conjecture that Trump might be trying to push a precious metals backed currency before China or Russia, and maybe the tariffs is just a pretense for moving the gold back. I didn't think about that. Like maybe that's giving him too much like 60 chess credit. But if there is, if Robert Lighthizer and Ron Paul is next to Trump, I could imagine them cooking up a scheme like this. But that's a very big if, and that's under ideal conditions. So I don't know what to make of it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I thought it was interesting. Cool. So that's the oil and metals news. We're almost done. Holy cow. Thank God I have no positions on. We can bullshit a little bit more. Let's look at China stuff, and we'll talk the Shanghai Exchange. And we're still at above the 3,000 key watermark here. And again, for the last 15 years, it's been at 3,000. So it's really gone nowhere. And let's look at FXI and this recovery. So effectively, DeepSeek was bail-in number 4, if you're keeping track. So bail-in 1, bail-in 2, bail-in 3, and then number 4. And if we go to KWeb, we'll see the current, can you call it a consolidated base? Not with all these dojis, but yeah. A very scared, very scared hands are playing the market here. Look at these on balance volume numbers. right under the zero line. This is hollow as as thin ice. It's ridiculous. Let's look at a little bit more leverage of C-Web, the 2Xer. A little bit more gumption with this level of gambler, I guess, but these dojis are a little scary. Excellent. All right, so usual business there. Actually, let's take a look at our fabled old watch list. Panda Technology. How everyone's having a green day at the moment. Enjoy your time in the sun, guys. Warren is setting up the scaffold to hang you with. So yeah. So yeah, Alibaba's still leading the pack here. Pinduoduo, our Beijing e-commerce play here. So yeah, all the usual suspects. And I think Baidu's not having. Oh, we'll try. Let me take a step back. Chinese internet stock companies are having a resurgence for no good reason, but Chinese EV stocks are still a disaster. Name in point, Neo Auto right here. I still drive by their massive campus on Montague and First Street. That's empty. It's been empty for 2 years now. Yeah, and then here's Li Auto, another one that I'm just waiting to milk again. So what else is fun? Yeah, just Chinese EVs in general. Disasters. All right, I'm still trying to find the Chinese simp moment. So it was scrubbed or something. I'm trying to find a mirror. But yeah, let's see. Let's fast forward to the important stuff. Let's talk about favored China nation status and the shipping inequalities. So this has been in effect since I believe the late 90s. Does this go back to WTO days, I believe? But long story short, due to China's favored nation status or developing nation status, we gave them a free pass on shipping. And they abused the crap out of this and then also lobbied and bribed our politicians to look the other way. So it's shit on all sides. And if you ever have to deal with eBay in the 2000s and the Chinese sellers, the customer service was disastrous for many reasons because they didn't care. So yeah, they had basically subsidized shipping, courtesy of the American taxpayer. Like it's totally messed up. This takes like birthright citizenship abuses to a whole new level. It's crazy. All right. But yeah, now all that's ended. And this flips the entire low-end Alibaba eBay game up on its head. About time, about time. And these are crazy numbers too. 1.4 billion packages in 2024. And we subsidize that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Cool. China BS with the canal through shell companies. I mean, that's not a surprise. Oh yeah, and then here is the Department of Education disaster that's concurrently falling apart in China as well, in case you were considering another short candidate for your swing portfolio. And thank you, Flaw, for our weekly tickers. Elf has good premium. Good to know. I remember when Ross blindsided us with Elf back in the day, the good old days when Elf was just having a perfect y equals 1x slope every single day. uh,
Hey, this time my pick is Kava.
Kava?
Kava, your
Is this
eat
Kava?
out place.
This is it, right?
Yep. Look at that beautiful cup.
Oh,
with
cup
lots
and
of
handle.
fruit.
There we go. There we go. Oh, the confirmation about to take off. Holy cow. Is this on the accumulation list?
It is being accumulated. If you zoom out, I want to point out something. Like go into a bigger screen of that. Compress the time, compress the bottom axis. So if you look over time, what this go all the way to the left of the screen that chart. See that small first cup?
Oh, right here.
First cup, yeah, that's where your mouse is, and look at that run. Okay, then the second cup, look at that run. Third cup,
Wow. 3 cup and handles. Beautiful. Oh, holy shit.
So this is going over 200 easy. Not today, tomorrow, of course, but track it.
Is this the Mediterranean restaurant, right?
Yes, this is following in the footsteps of
Chipotle?
Chipotle. And you've seen the run Chipotle has had over the last
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the run.
But look at Chipotle today, though. It's not doing well at all.
Yeah, time to move your money after the run is done. You don't stay
Sec
in that place for long.
sector rotation.
Rotation. So they're going to Kava.
Yes.
Is there a local one? I don't
I
know.
don't think there's anything near in the Bay. I don't know.
This is not big in the Bay Area, at least.
No.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Not yet. Oh, there you go. There you
Not
go.
yet.
Not yet. That's right. This is all SoCal. This is all SoCal. So is the correct play is we need to franchise something to Bay Area ASAP?
We want to put some money together and get a franchise?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
I'll work like a Chinaman again. Let's see. Where's the franchise
How much
page?
is the franchise?
Astronomical.
Probably 500,000.
To
That
start.
would
You
be,
need
yes,
like
to
5
start.
million. If you have
5
if you
million?
don't if you don't have 5 million liquid, like you're like you can't afford it.
Yeah.
At least 5 million, if not if nothing else. And that's
Anyway,
bare minimum. But yeah.
anyway, this is a stock idea. So watch it.
Yeah, and it just went IPO last year or something. So really brand new company, public.
Open at 37. And to not die post lockout and everything and still climb to 140. That's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of institution holding this company also.
The number of institutions are just increasing day by day.
Yeah.
This is Chipotle before it was Chipotle. This is a great read.
Okay. Let's go along.
And if you're a cook and you've ever made like hummus, you know this is a total scam and the profit margins are crazy. Because Mediterranean food is like the cheapest shit to make. You
Low
just need
cost to make.
you need a blender and good
Yep.
tahini sauce and good olive oil. That's it.
And then the beans, the
Yeah.
garbanzo beans, super cheap.
Yeah. And to sell it for, $20 a plate, like you better make money, mofo.
But is it good though, the food? Has anyone had it before?
It's not even near us.
The lines out the store
Really?
during lunchtime.
Oh, I also heard Dutch Brother, that coffee shop,
Hmm.
lies outside the door, and young people love it.
But
So that
that's there's lines outside the door because they don't have indoor seating, so don't be fooled.
no, but they're young people. I talked to like a bunch of young people. They also say that the quality of the coffee is way better than Starbucks, and people love it. So
Coffee taste is all psychological.
yeah, but you can tell if it's a good quality or not a good quality. So
No,
the Dutch Brother
People can't. People can't.
cannot really.
Cannot.
No,
People
you
can't.
give
Yeah.
them give them a $5 wine and tell a sommelier to taste and give you like those blind tests. They don't
They
have a
can't.
clue.
Yeah, they can't. They're like
Really?
fund managers. They can't beat the S&P. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that Dutch Brother could be also a good stock to keep an eyes on.
Linda's huge into Dutch Brothers.
Oh yeah,
She's a buy and hold candidate.
what's it trading at?
Holy shit.
Wow, 67?
It's having the inverse Starbucks effect. But yeah. Adjacent to if you guys have seen Sweet Green, this is kind of popular with the younger affluent crowd. Like downtown Walnut Creek, Palo Alto, this is packed. But this is the overpriced hippie salad. And it's not having a good time with their IPO. It's not a Chipotle winner, is all I'm trying to say.
I'm surprised though why Kava is not opening up the restaurants in the Bay Area, knowing that, Bay
No,
Area.
they are. They just
They,
the
they are
skilled labor.
planning.
You,
They're
you,
planning to do that, but the opportunity is so huge with this company. So this is post IPO. The due diligence is complete.
Mhm.
Uh, this is going to run.
Right. So they're scaling the managers. So your manager core has to expand so you can populate the Bay Area. So they have to be trained at the existing locations. But one trains two, two trains four. Like this will scale quickly, but there is a delay. But they have the money for it. So they're coming to the Bay Area.
Right.
Like they're gonna be at the Stanford Mall before the summertime. Like relax. They're gonna be here.
So we better go long on Kava.
Or just keep it on your watch list.
Yeah,
Like we're
absolutely.
expecting a rip your face off correction, if anything,
Uh,
right? Soonish.
So,
So
and that would
just
be the handle on the cup, right
yes.
there.
We'll get in cheap on the handle. It'll be perfect.
yeah, I mean all-time high is 172. It's at 140 right now. So it's pulling back a little bit, right? So it's kind of right on the line.
Look, so long as we're not talking about NVIDIA, we are getting ahead of the curve. Like that's the most
Mhm.
important thing. NVIDIA, like if that's all you worry about, like you're late to the party. And look at the on-balance volume. People are selling off. Smart hands are leaving the table. Like to Ross's point earlier, like here's the total number, right? So if it's for this number to be negative, despite the high retail number that we saw earlier, that means more whales are selling than retail combined. That should be terrifying. Like we don't have pure numbers, but if you understand the back of the envelope math, like this should terrify you. Like you're selling, like you're buying Nvidia stock as Jansen is selling himself. Like
You,
that's what
you
you're
gotta
doing.
you gotta look at this as a cruise ship with everybody on board partying, which cannot make quick turns, as opposed to Kava, which can make quick turns, and you'll get multi-baggers out of them as opposed to huge behemoths like Nvidia now.
Right. For Nvidia to triple its market cap, like how many things have to happen, right? But Kava can hit, 1,000 just like Chipotle, give it enough quarters, it'll happen.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, the volume is really small. It's not even $1 million. I mean, a million shares. It's only about 920. So maybe a lot of people have not discovered it yet. Pretty low volume.
What's its market cap? What's
Yeah.
140?
Maybe
Wait,
just like buy long, call like way out.
what's this number? Hundreds, millions, 16 billion. That's all. It's
16
only
billion.
it's
Wow.
only 16 Instagrams. That's it.
That's huge
How many
for
locations? How many locations?
huge for a restaurant.
They're selling beans. So like 20 years, it's 20 years old. Okay, wait, how many? 309 locations. Okay.
Wow.
So 16 billion divided by 309. What's that? 51 million per location on average? That's a market cap. That's probably not revenue. That's pricing
What's that
discounted cash flow.
net profit and all that?
It's not here, but yeah. Is this high end, Ross? Kind of like Javier's in SoCal for like Mexican?
No, I would say this is mid.
Mid? Okay.
Yeah.
Rockville. Let's see, let's go to the headquarters. Let's see what it looks like.
Is it kind of like a fast food, or do people actually go inside and sit down, or do they take out?
We're gonna look.
Think Chipotle. It's a
Chipotle. So it's
Chipotle.
like Chipotle. Okay.
Yeah, look at this. All the
Yeah, yeah,
it's very very Chipotle type
yeah.
ambiance.
It
Yep.
looks just like Chipotle.
Chipotle. Yep.
All right.
So this web, I put a link to a website which is pretty good stock analysis. I got it off of another group, and this website does a lot of good stuff.
Oh, kick ass.
40 is kind of expensive.
Will 200 be cheaper?
No, no, no.
We got options. We don't care.
Yeah,
Are there weeklies? There's weeklies.
yeah.
And it's bullish. It's 308 on the put call ratio. That's a 762 caliper designation. There's leaps 2 years out. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was looking at a 200.
Decent volatility too, 53%. So using Jonathan Massey's at the money call, what's that? 5.3% for selling a covered call at the money. That's not bad at all. 5%. Cool. All right. Well, I think that covers it for this week. I think we covered a lot of ground. We skipped some stuff, but yeah, I think that's all of the heavy hitters that we wanted to get to. That's like 100 pages of notes. Holy cow. So yeah, I guess we'll call it here.
Hey,
Look, go ahead,
you know, I
Ross.
put in I put in that it's a service right at the top of the list, which is that Rain King Insights. I came across these guys at another IBD event, and this guy seems to be doing really well for whatever reason. So everybody who bought this subscription made 10x on their money, or 10x on their subscription at least.
Wait, this
The
one?
subscription. Yeah, go down. Yeah, that slide down a bit. The advanced one, which is $900 for the year, and he calls out picks every 2 days or so, and many of them have landed. So there's interest.
Wow. Interesting.
So this guy is purely IBD, but then he puts in a lot of other technical aspects of when to get in, when to get out, and he has a specialty, which is earnings day gap ups. You know, you can't buy every earnings day gap ups, right? So this guy has specialized on how to find out which is that one and get a position after it has gapped up. Because after it gaps up, I don't know how this guy's managed to, um, uh, you know, I don't know how he has cracked it, but he has. And he has a course on that. He'll teach you exactly how and what to look for, and that's part of his. I don't think it's covered under the advanced membership, but check this out. Check this out. Um, he did not give any discounts for Black Friday, and even then, people signed up. And
Are
well,
you a member?
I'm not. I'm considering this, having now being salty with all the gains that all these people made.
Well,
Like,
we don't know for sure though, right? I mean,
no,
It's
that's what
only
I'm saying. I'm
it's
putting
only
it out
money.
there for you guys to look at. Watch his videos on YouTube. He puts out a lot of free content. He's got a X handle,
what's
Rain King Insights. I think is that's one RKI or something like. Watch his stuff and see if it's right for you.
okay, Rain King Insight. Okay.
Yeah. I was proposing a group buy here again, if at all there's interest.
I'm still
I thought
interested.
I thought we're doing a group buy on Bookmap.
We don't have to. It's freaking online.
Bookmap? Free?
Where have you been, Wani? It's online right here. Research
Bookmap?
done. Research done. It's live.
Oh,
Where have you been, Wani?
I
You're
don't
you're
know.
you're not reading your Discord chat.
No, I did not know
Okay,
that.
bookmark solved. All right. Okay, next
Okay.
item. Here, I'll drop it in the chat. Now we need Kurt to explain this to us. That's a different problem.
Exactly.
Well, you can chat GPT it.
That's right. That's right. Oh shit, I need to write that down. That's awesome.
That's
Give me
becoming a verb now.
instructions. That's right. That's terrifying. No one's saying what's the what's deep seek it? Like no one's saying that. It's like no, do not ask the Chinese. You're gonna give them free intel. That's so cool.
Yeah. So check this out.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of these IBD people. This guy is at the top of the list in terms of the number of trades that he called out and the percentage wins he has had. So um, the 5 people I spoke to who subscribed to it, um, all of them won. All their portfolios are plus. I mean, the portfolio that they allocated about 100 grand to this guy's portfolio to this guy's service, and I think from Thanksgiving to now there are 175, 180 ish.
And that's just long stock, like not that's not even options.
No, not even options, and that's the kicker here, right? If you take take his picks, run options on them, man, you're looking at 3x, 4x your portfolio. If if you go by what these 5 people that I've spoken to said that their portfolios did. So they started with 100K. Everyone is over the 160 up to now.
Okay. Wow,
And
that's
From
incredible.
Thanksgiving.
they do a lot of options too, right?
No, he doesn't do options at all.
Oh,
He's
so what does he
only stocks.
trade?
Only stocks.
Like buy and sell, like
No, that's
Swings.
good. That's good. That's good.
Swings.
That's a good thing. All right, cool. That sounds great, guys. Let's call it here. We got the last 15 minutes. Let's let everyone do their earnings trades. And again, thank you to Flav.
Amazon.
Grab the tickers for individual, sorry, for the weekly tickers. And Elf has juicy premiums. Let's see. 117 vol for 15 days. Oh, no, not even. 348. Oh, holy cow. Wow, that is amazing. Oh my God. Look at these
So
strikes. Yeah, nice.
Amazon
Uh,
today, tomorrow after close today.
we're not gonna play Mag 7 if you don't want it. Like, no, I'm not playing Mag 7. That's okay. That's too crazy for me. That's okay. CBOE, that's more my speed. Expedia. Awesome. All right. Well, cool, guys. Hope you had fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll upload this right after, post on Discord. So shout out to Dave, Wani, Larry, Alan, Bill, Gary, Joe, KS, Ross, and Flav. So great trading ideas here. And then shout out to Kurt and Lord Tedros had to leave earlier. But awesome. All right, cool, guys. Stay hedge. Take care of yourself, and we'll chat in a week. All right. Take care, guys.
Yeah, thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you, Warren.
Mhm.
There's our